All right, let's talk about how good it feels being in a caloric deficit during training. One half of me says, if you got goals, you're gonna have to go through things that you don't really wanna go through and kind of suffer a little bit. And that's just the way life is. If I wanna be a doctor, I'm gonna have to go back to school and make sacrifices. If I want to perform and look a certain way, I'm gonna have to make sacrifices, whether it's bringing my food where I'm going or grinding through a training session. I know I'm gonna have carbs waiting for me at the end of that session. But even with that, you shouldn't be feeling like shit all the time. You're gonna have hard training days that are harder and you're still gonna be in that caloric deficit, so that's understandable. But if you're like, gosh, I got headaches, I'm feeling like shit, I'm feeling lightheaded, things like that, then we might have to reevaluate how much of a deficit that you're in with that, but learning your body and how you're going through that. Or like leg days, maybe those days are gonna have a little bit more calories than your arm days. So obviously longer training splits, let's save the calories more on those days. Shorter training splits, that's what we're gonna do. If we're carb cycling or fat cycling, whatever we're doing, then we can adjust and eat less on those days. But also timing of meals. That's super important, making sure you're getting that food in immediately when you're done with training within that 30 to 40 minute window. Sleeping on top of that, really prioritizing things to make that part of your life easier is gonna make such a big difference.
And understanding too, because you're in a deficit, you're taking away some of your fuel source. So when you are in the gym, let's say that you are doing heavier lifts, you're probably going to feel like they're harder. They're gonna feel heavier. Reps are gonna be worse because now you are doing more volume when you have less food intake. So that's why it's also really important to be cautious of your food choices. Just because you're in a deficit doesn't mean that you just eat whatever you want at less calories. You want to pick nutritious things, making sure that you're incorporating vegetables, fruits, you're getting in good protein sources, you're making sure that a lot of women checking your iron, making sure that that's higher, especially around your menstrual cycle, your luteal phase. Those are all things that you have to take in consideration when you're taking away some of your body's energy, because that's what basically food is if you're going on a road trip and you got to put gas in your car, you're basically going to have to go on a shorter road trip because you got less gas in your car at this point. But you also have to be okay with the mindset of, I'm gonna have to push through it. I'm gonna have days where I'm more hungry, because if your goal initially is to lose body fat, drop weight, to have different body composition, you're gonna have to go through that phase, but also understanding that a deficit should just be a phase. Once you are at the weight that you want to be at, now we should start to go back into that maintenance, making sure that your body is holding on to where you are. And if you want to go in a bulk, that's completely up to you, or be in a surplus as they call it. But being in a deficit, especially as a strength athlete, you have to be very mindful of your recovery, your food timing, when you're eating your carbs, how much protein you're getting in, making sure that if you are in a deficit, tracking your steps, because again, how much of a deficit you're in. If you're in 500, 600, 700 calorie deficit, that's a very large deficit. So you have to look at your overall energy expenditure, which a lot of people forget. Oh, like my job's strenuous, I'm walking 12,000 steps a day on top of training. Then you're, like you said, you're gonna have to adjust your numbers, because that's a lot that you're burning. And if your body is deprived and you're just feeling like crap, then it's time to be like, okay, where do we really need to fill the puzzle pieces with this deficit?
For sure.